I took my mask off and got close to a stranger's face when I knew I had COVID. So my wife Emma and I were stuck at Denver Airport last month trying to get home after our vacation got cut short. I'd caught COVID on day 3 of our trip and felt absolutely terrible, but we had no choice but to fly home because our hotel kicked us out once they found out I was sick. I was doing everything right, wearing a good mask, sitting far away from other people, using hand sanitizer every 5 minutes. I found this empty gate area where literally nobody was sitting and parked myself there with all our bags, trying to keep my distance from everyone. But I noticed this older guy, probably in his 60s, just staring at me from across the terminal. He kept looking over and shaking his head like I was doing something wrong. I could tell he was getting more and more worked up about something. Emma went to grab us coffee, and that's when this guy decided to make his move. He gets up from his seat, walks all the way across the terminal, and sits down right next to me. Not 1 seat away, not 2 seats away, but right next to me, even though there were like 50 empty chairs around us. He starts going off about how masks don't work and how I'm living in fear. He's telling me about natural immunity and how COVID is just a cold, and all this other nonsense. The whole time he's getting closer and closer to me, like he's trying to prove some point about not being scared. I'm sitting there feeling like garbage, trying to be polite and just nod along, but this guy won't stop talking. He's going on about how the government lied to us and how masks are just for show and how real men don't hide behind face coverings. Finally, he leans in even closer and goes, "You know, son, you don't need to be afraid of catching a little cold at the airport. That mask isn't protecting you from anything anyway." That's when I snapped. I looked him dead in the eye, pulled my mask down, leaned right into his face, and said, "I'm not worried about catching anything. I already have COVID and I'm trying not to get everyone else sick." You should have seen this guy's face. His eyes went huge, and he jumped back like I'd just told him I had the plague. He sat there for a second with this shocked expression, then got up and speed walked away without saying another word. Emma came back with our coffee and asked what happened to my mask. When I told her what I did, she completely freaked out. She said I was being just as reckless as the guy who bothered me, and that I could have infected him by pulling my mask down and getting close to his face. I told her the guy deserved it for harassing me when I was obviously sick and trying to do the right thing. If he wants to lecture people about masks being useless, then he shouldn't be worried about me breathing on him, right? But Emma kept saying I stooped to his level and that 2 wrongs don't make a right. She was mad at me for the rest of the flight home. The funny thing is, I'm not even sure the guy believed me when I said I had COVID. He just gave me this smug look and walked away like I was making it up to prove some political point.